All right, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. This is a quote that you see on the screen by a economist, or a I don't know what you want to call this guy, but he's like one of those money watchers, if you will. And he's good to watch. The Apostle Hart goes into him. He always talks about Jerusalem. How he's always good, good to watch and see how the money's going. Because the money's going, as the money goes further down the drain, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, gets closer. And this quote here says, when people have nothing left to lose and they've lost everything, they lose it. Okay? And this quote came to me as I was looking through some articles, just going into basically World War III, and seeing what's going on with that. And this came out this week. All right, how Trump's new food stamp rule could impact nearly 700,000 vulnerable Americans. And we know around this time is when the government normally does, their government shutdown around October, November. And they normally shut down until the government can basically find money to continue to keep these programs open. All right, and as World War III ramps up, there's going to be less and less money to keep these supplemental programs open, which means what? Ultimately, you suffer more. So that's what people don't understand, that suffering is coming to them. Here it is, they still full off of Thanksgiving. All right, they went crazy over Black Friday. Now they're working overtime for Christmas, not knowing that trouble is coming their way. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, also over here at Great Millstone, has been saying that 2020 is going to be a catalyst of a year, man. All right, you can look that word up. Okay, so now I want to highlight the brother's video. The brother GMS Kwana Waf.
Or stun grenades.
He's going into, as you see, fresh turmoil as most serious strike in years hit France. And why is all this turmoil going on in France? Because because what's happening now is that their government is falling. All right, they're taking the benefits away from the people. They're making people work longer to receive their retirement and their pensions. And soon enough, they're just going to take their pensions. And we see out there with the yellow vest protests. All right, and also when you look into Nicaragua, that's been happening over there too. Is that people were protesting. They don't really talk about it now, but people were protesting for the same exact thing, man, because they've been having their pensions taken away from them. Here it is. That's how you know this place is hell. Here it is. A person been working 30, 40 years. All right. They might, bust their ass and still have money taken out of their check, to go towards their annuity or their pension, just to come to find out that they don't have shit at the end of the day. You know how crazy people are going to go? All right. And this has been proven, for those who don't believe. As I said, just look into it yourself, man. The brother's going into it right here. All right. What's going on in France? But it's going to come to America. The more people have their benefits being taken away from them, the more they're going, the less, the less they're going to care. Which means what? Protests, which protests always turn into violence. It might be peaceful, but it always turns violently, man. Just look at Hong Kong. All right, look at Colombia, man. Look at France. Look at Venezuela. All right, all replicas of how America is going to be. Okay, and another article I wanted to highlight is further proven, which is why I believe why Trump is taking all this assistance away from the people. All right, because as I said before, as World War III ramps up, they're going to need more money to fund their defense. To fund what do they call it? Their military defense. They got to buy more weaponry. They got to upgrade their weaponry. Because they got to match that of the other nations. Which that's never going to happen. But Esau going to he's going to win the war or die trying, man. Which he's going to die trying. All right, but this article, which just came out today, this is December 4th, says December 4th, 2019, says keeping up with China, U.S. Navy orders $22 billion worth of submarines. Okay, now we go back into I just want to see what date this article is at. Let's see, December 6th. All right. So there's no coincidence, that at the same time Trump is taking assistance away from, his so-called beloved American people. All right, he's using it for defense spending. All right, and here it is. You got these people, diehard Trump fans, and Trump is getting ready to bring hell upon you people, man. All right, but it says keeping up with China, U.S. Navy's orders $22 billion worth of submarines. $22 billion is a lot of fucking money. This is money that... This is why, your taxes are going up on your food. This is why taxes are going up on gas. Gas is going up itself. Salaki, I got something in my eye. This is why... as I went into before, these so-called non-essential programs are being cut, and there's going to be more, man. There's going to be more. Well, 700,000 is a small number compared to how many people that's on the SNAP benefits, but as time goes on, it's going to get worse and worse. All right, so it says the U.S. Navy on Monday awarded its most expensive shipbuilding contract ever, more than $22.2 billion worth of the world's most advanced submarines. The massive contract for 9 nuclear-powered Virginia-class attack submarines comes just months after the head of the U.S. Navy in the Pacific warned of a massive Chinese naval buildup and its trouble in getting enough submarines to counter it. All right, so here it is. The U.S. Navy has trouble to counter China's, submarine capability. How much more when China teams up with Russia? All right, when they team up with North Korea? When they team up with Iran? How much more? The deal marks the U.S. Navy's latest response to China's growing military power and aggressive actions in the Western Pacific, said Carl Schuster, a former director of operations at the U.S. Pacific Command's Joint Intelligence Center. The planned Chinese Navy is getting better and larger, so the U.S. Navy has to respond, he said. It doesn't make China an enemy, but China's actions do bear watching. Virginia-class submarines are the U.S. Navy's key multi-mission undersea platform. They are capable of fighting other submarines, surface ships, and land targets as well as conducting special operations, including intelligence gathering and reconnaissance. All right, and the writings on the wall. All right, World War III, as is written of in the scriptures as the third woe, is on the wall. As a matter of fact, let's grab that. All right, this is let's see, Revelations chapter 9. All right, which when you read in the beginning of it, it goes into World War I. All right, and when you read down to verse 12, it says, one woe is past, and behold, there cometh two woes more afters. All right, so the first woe has passed. All right, the first war has passed, and there's two more wars after. All right, and the second war has passed. All right, so here it is. The third war is on its way. Third war is on its way. All right, now it says the deal marks the U.S. Navy's latest response to China's growing military power and aggressive actions in the Western Pacific, said Carl Chuster, a former director of operations at the U.S. Pacific's Command's Joint Intelligence Center. The plan, Chinese Navy, is getting better and larger, so the U.S. Navy has to respond, he said. It doesn't make China an enemy, but China's actions do bear watching. You know, here it is. Esau, just as the scriptures say. Let me see. I think that's Ecclesiastes 12. You know, because you can't trust nothing that comes out of this devil's mouth, man. No, it's 10 and 12. All right? Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. Ecclesiastes 10 and 11, actually, I'll start at. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. All right? Esau Edom is a serpent, and he will strike. All right? It says, surely he will bite without enchantment. You know, Esau Edom, the serpent, all right? The scriptures call him that old devil, the serpent, the red dragon. You know, this man will bite, all right? Basically meaning he will attack, all right? Esau Edom, his blessing is a sword, man. You know, so here it is. If you have another nation coming up against him with, all right, with his blessing, he's gonna feel like he got to defend himself, man. You know, and he got that pride because that's what his blessing. His blessing is a sword. You know, so you're not gonna take me down with my own gun. You know, you're not gonna take me down with my own blessing. Basically, that's how he feels, man, through the spirit. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. You know, and Esau, whenever you watch Esau and you listen to him, watch how he always says, you know, we don't view China as a threat, or we don't view Russia as a threat, you know, but we got to stand on guard ourselves. All right? You know, so that's an oxymoron. If you standing on guard for something, that means that you believe that's, you know, this person is capable of harming you. This is why you're standing on your guard. All right? It doesn't make China an enemy, but China's actions do bear watching. You know, it says Virginia-class submarines are the U.S. Navy's key multi-mission undersea platform. They are capable of fighting other submarines, surface ships, and land targets, as well as conducting special operations, including intelligence gathering and reconnaissance. 18 of the subs are already in the Navy's fleet, with another 10 in various stages of construction. But the 9 new subs will represent a substantial upgrade over their predecessors in the class. The Navy also has an option for a 10th sub in the contract, which will bring its value to $24 billion. You see? So Esau will go bankrupt before he allows China to outdo him in as far as his military goes, man. You know? and really anything, man. You know, America has to be number one. They have to be number one in wickedness. All right, they got to be number one as far as pushing this RFID chip. All right, they got to be number one in their military might. You know, but that's just not so, man. China's number one right now, which, hey, they're gonna fall too. They're gonna fall by the sword too, like the scripture say in 2 Ezra 16. Woe unto thee, China and Asia and Babylon, man. You know, because none of these nations is gonna rule next. The scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You know, so once Esau goes down, all right, Jacob, which are your so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is gonna rise up. All right, and that's how it's gonna go. So this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. There goes that word woe again. All right, which keeps coming up. We might as well grab it. The word woe, G3759. It means alas, woe. A primary exclamation of grief. Whoa, alas. All right. So it says, woe, all right, or death to the inhabitants of the earth and of the seas. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see? And as we see through the articles we just examined, Esau knows and believes that he has a short time. All right? So he's going to take, he's going to take it out on you Americans, man. Here it is, you thinking that World War III being ramped up doesn't affect you, but really it does. All right? You're going to lose your benefits. All right? You're going to lose your jobs. You're going to lose your pensions. You're going to lose everything. Esau is going to, he's going to go down, but he's putting you down with him, basically. So there's just a World War III update. All right? And with that, shalom to the elect.